Your sports leader, WOHS Shelby, WLO in Lincoln, and WCSL Cherryville, Gastonia.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to NASCAR Racing right here on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Listen to Atlanta Braves baseball on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM in Cherryville and online at KTCBroadcasting.com. Watch and listen to the Shock Jock Sports Podcast on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to NASCAR Racing right here on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Watch the Shock Jock Sports Podcast by KTC Broadcasting live on Facebook and listen on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast live from KTC Broadcast Studios in Cherryville, North Carolina. I guess nobody can hear me if my mic's not on. Can they, Shannon? Good evening, everybody. I was talking to myself over here. Turn your headphones up there, Chief. How about that? Can you hear me now? Oh, we'll figure that out in just a few moments.
There we go.
Here on KTCBroadcasting.com, live the Witherspoon Insurance of Shelby, North Carolina football prep pregame show. I'm Kevin Hastings, along with Shannon Allen, Dennis Davis. Big night, the last night of the regular season, folks, and we've got 4 games for you live here on KTC Broadcasting. We've got standings to go over. We've got playoff projections. We've got predictions to be guaranteed to be bad and more here coming up on KTC. But I want to welcome Dennis and Shannon to the studios here on another Friday night here on KTC. We're running out of Fridays, boys. This will be the last night for a lot of schools, and we're going to talk about that with projections here in a little bit. The 2As and 3As, a lot of schools with some wins and some good wins is going to be on outside looking in. In the 1A, Dennis, I was told 68 1A teams, and you got a 64-team tournament, so you can do the math on that. There's going to be some teams with some poor records in the first round.
Some tears will be shed.
I assume so, and I don't know the exact numbers. I don't know how many football playing schools are in the 4A, so I'm not going to speculate on that. But anyway, we're going to get into that. But first, tonight, on tonight's schedule, you guys can see it here. If you're watching live on YouTube, right here below me, doop, 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 you can see tonight's games going through the ticker there, the slideshow. Cherryville at Bessemer City tonight. Lincoln at West Lincoln on WLON. Excuse me. I'll go through these as they go through. Lincoln, let's go. RS Central Hilltoppers at Chase Trojans tonight. That'll be Paul Foster and Jonathan Bland up there tonight. Rivalry week here in North Carolina. Of course, don't forget about the post-game show tonight coming up after the game. Myself and Dennis and Andre will be giving out scores tonight, 10 to about 11:45 tonight. Witherspoon Insurance pregame show, of course, that's what you're watching and listening to right now. We'll be live here until 7 o'clock in the studios previewing the season or going over the season and previewing tonight's games. Red Zone Radio tonight, 7:30. Red Zone Radio, join me in the studios. WOHS tonight will have Burns and Shelby on 101.5 FM 1390 AM with Tom Sinafani and Brent Pasco. Cherryville Ironman and Bessemer, of course, will be on WCSL 1590 AM 92.3 FM with Matt Chapman and Danny Aker tonight. All right, boys, welcome.
Glad to be here.
All right, let's get started and go over. Shannon, pull out your list of games. Let's list tonight's games. I'll pull it up on the screen for the folks at home, and they can follow along. So games across the area tonight. Shannon, you start from the bottom up and just read through those real quick.
Talking about the other area games?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got Pisgah at North Henderson, West Henderson at Tuscola, Smoky Mountain at East Henderson, Surrey Central at East Surrey, Forbush at Wilkes Central, West Wilkes will be at South Davison, North Surrey at North Wilkes, Drone will be at Mountain Heritage, Avery County at Mitchell, Madison will be going to Owen, Cherokee going up to Swain County, Murphy going to Andrews, Hayesville at Robbinsville, Elkin at South Stokes, Starmount at East Wilkes, Mount Airy at Allegheny, Franklin at Roberson, McDowell at Reynolds, North Buncombe at Irwin, Inca at Asheville, Freedom will be at Alexander Central, Ashe County will be at Watauga, High Brighton at South Caldwell, Community School of Davison will be at Pine Lake Prep, Bishop McGinnis at Christ the King, and Winston-Salem Prep will be traveling across county to Winston-Salem Harbor.
All right, Dennis, other area games?
Well, we've got Lake Norman Charter at Mountain Island Charter, Ashbrook at Huss in the Battle of Gaston County, Crest and Kings Mountain over at Kings Mountain tonight. That should be one to keep an eye on because the one that wins that will get the number one seed in the 3A. North Gaston at South Point. Now, that's going to be an interesting game. Can North Gaston win that second game this year? Will South Point make the playoffs? Then we have St. Stephen's at Ford, Hickory at Statesville, West Iredell at North Iredell, East Lincoln at North Lincoln. That's a big rivalry game here in the county. Newton Conover at Maiden. Maiden is looking at wanting the number one seed. Can they get that over Shelby? That remains to be seen. Eastburg and West Caldwell, Bunker Hill at Bandy's, Patton at Hendersonville, Polk County at Brevard, Carolina Bearcats at Thomas Jefferson. We'll find out more about who the Bearcats are, Shannon. I'm sure you know. East Gaston at Highland Tech. And then the radio games that you've already mentioned, Cherryville will be at Bessemer City in that big rivalry. RS Central will be at Chase in another county rivalry. Burns and Shelby, obviously a playoff game. Burns and Shelby battling for the number one seed in that 2A league and a county rivalry game. And Lincolnton at West Lincoln tonight and another county rivalry game.
All right, Dennis. So, folks, on Friday nights, we send out a group of intrepid reporters out to the fields, and they do a good job of finding of highlights. So during the week, I've started putting together some highlight reels for us to watch, and we're going to go over the highlights from last week. Now, us three, since it's on the radio, the folks obviously there is no play-by-play of these plays. So we're going to do our best as well to give the play-by-plays of what's going on happening in these games from last week. Now, last week's games we're going to have highlights from Burns at Cherryville, Patton at Chase, Maiden at Lincolnton, and Shelby at East Gaston. Dennis, if you'll hit that computer button there for me, I'll see if I can do this the right way. Here we go. All right, this is Maiden at Lincolnton for the folks watching at home. Let me get switched over. Here you go. Now, Shannon, the band was jamming for Lincolnton during these highlights. I have to commend the Lincoln Wolves band. They were just jamming, even though these are Maiden highlights. Maiden going deep. The score is 7-0, 35 yard. They score first. Then they punch it in 1 yard out and make it 14-0 earlier. Listen to this band. We just missed it. Now, this is Lincoln's big highlight hit. Watch this kid, 91-yard kickoff return. Once he gets to the 45, he is gone.
There he goes, yeah, that's where I thought the athleticism for Lincoln would come in to play on big plays like that. That was their only touchdown, right?
Yes. Then Maiden punches it in from 10 yards out. I wrote pass. Let's go over this real quick. This is not a pass. I labeled that wrong. But Shannon, this is my fullback. What are you doing? Play of the week, guys. Y'all ready for this one? All right. So the receiver coming in motion is gonna get the ball. Okay. You see the fullback standing next to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, I know for the folks on the radio you can't see, but we're going to do our best, and I'm going to describe this because this is funny. So he takes off. Now, Shannon, right now, I want to pause it. Running back has the ball. Fullback's in front of him. They're going right on a sweep. What do you think he should do right now, Shannon? Seal off that defensive end?
Right there to his left. Yeah.
He should seal off the end. There's
About a
folks,
yard
there's
from
the ant that he could touch the guy on his chest. Yeah. Instead of sealing this guy off. Now, Shannon, remember that they score on this.
To go to the line.
Watch him. Watch what he does. This is hilarious. Yeah, baby. Hands wide up. Instead of blocking the defensive end and sealing it, go back to him.
Yeah, he didn't touch a soul. He celebrated the 10-yard line.
Watch this. Woo! Hands go up at the 7. Now, Dennis, do you think they went over this in a film study this week?
I'm sure that on Monday,
That's hilarious.
when they had a little film session, the coach might have mentioned something about that. Son, you're a little premature in your football plays. I hope you're not premature in other things.
Oh, God. But, Shannon, right here, he's got him lined up. Let's take out this end. And he's like, you know what? I know my running back so good, I don't even need to.
Why block?
Linebacker right there. Yeah. Wow.
He just threw his hands up.
We got this.
Maine went up 21-7. Then they sealed it off with a big 63-yard touchdown run to make it 27-7. I don't have the names on the players. It's blurry on the screen. They didn't have them.
Ben Gibson, or something like that.
They used to put the box scores in the paper, and I could just get the score, the players' names and everything. But that's when they had papers and stuff. Now this is Chase, 52-8 to win over Patton, and I'll just say there's no Patton highlights. Watch this run by McCombs.
Oh,
Whoop!
wow! What a
Holy backwards, Shannon! Did you see that?
Now, that's the junior running back from Chase.
yeah. Everybody
Folks.
stopped. Like, look, he was down. Everybody, I guess that's what they thought. I don't know.
So he shakes the first guy. Did you see this first guy over 50 here, and he just the lineman finishes him off. He fell down. Then McCombs stops on the 15-yard line. He's surrounded, Shannon, by Panthers. And just like the Carolina Panthers, no dice this week. McCombs, 4 guys fall down at once around him. Pushed. He can get off me into the end zone. This kid's is big time fun to watch.
He set the county record too up there.
Yes, this is the passing touchdown. Watch this kid take off. This is Umarka Littlejohn to Tavon Derisma, and Derisma scores, and the next closest guy is like at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, running.
Now this is Littlejohn to Derisma again, 33 yards out. First one was like 90 yards, folks. So there's 120 yards and 2 passes. Didn't get the name on this truck, but Chase punched it in again to go up 38-0 on the Patton Panthers.
Like Patton just gave up.
I like hearing the bands in these highlights too. Sounds good. So Chase wins 52-8 over Patton, and then we're going to head over to Crestland, Dennis, for the highlights over there for the Huskies.
They had some highlights?
Well, no. Crest Senior Night.
Oh, and you notice they came down the stands.
All right, now
And then go
we're
over
gonna
to
pause
the
it
helmet.
right here. 64, baby.
There it
Oh,
is.
64.
RJ.
The right there. Crest Senior Night. Want to congratulate RJ.
The pride of Crest High
Root.
School and Robbie Root.
Undefeated. Right there, Shannon. They've never lost a game when 64 graces the
Play the man. Play him.
Play him. Like Bobo in the NBA. Got to put him on the court. All right, Javarius Green takes off, and he jogs from 20 yards in.
Freshman.
That was easy. Somebody hit that red button. Maury Adams punches it in. I think he had how much did he end up with, Shannon, you remember? I was going to say 160. I'm wrong on that.
Yeah.
Javarius Green, a 69-yard pass to Malachi Addison.
Yeah, that was a special play there. Addison took off like he was shot out of a cannon.
Maury Adams then 24 yards out. This made it 28-0. Chargers ran right, bounced it to the left, got to the corner of the end zone for the score. Not your one of your great Huss teams here, Dennis, to battle with. 35-0, 42-0. here. This is the Carter Green interception, pick 6. He caught it about the 50. I can't tell what yard line it was on, so we didn't write the yard line. Carter Green punches it in there. And then this is the Huss highlight. They got them a pick 6 and got in, I think is how they scored. And that cut it 6-42. And I got one more crest, I believe, a kickoff return. Yeah, kickoff. Nick Beeson kick return.
Went straight up the middle.
Yeah, he kicked it short, and Nick
Was that the kicker that got a hold of him and the rest of them watched him go by?
He kicked it short, and Nick said, I might as well run it. Everybody else is.
He took off. Chargers win 49-6 over the Huskies.
It wasn't that close, folks.
Got some crest band.
Where's the horse? Ray Harper's turning in his grave.
That's the only highlight Robbie posted for me, so I got that. All right, Burns and Cherryville. Bulldogs go up 12-0 here. Jeremiah Norris 9-yard run. That was 6-0. Bulldogs 12-0 on Ben Mooney, punches it in. Now, probably the pass of the week is coming up here in just a moment. Jeremiah Norris 8-yard touchdown run made it 18-0. Here it is right here. I'm going to pause it here for this play, Shannon. This is Ben Mooney to L.J. Allen, 80-yard pass down the middle of the field. Just a beautiful, if you're just going to throw it as deep as you can, hit the man on the run, and then he breaks 2 tackles. You can hear the coach yelling for him to hold on to the ball. It's Allen at the 40.
Now tuck the ball away. Tuck the ball.
Tuck the ball away. He did. He shook 2 guys and walked in from the 10. Shannon scored.
Good play. Great play, great pass, great catch.
Now this is Caleb Burr with a blocked punt. Made it 33-0 Bulldogs. Jeremiah Norris then with a 24-yard run. I didn't get the scores right on these highlights. I got to get back in and correct those, but they went up 40-0 I think on this one. And this is Graham Warlick coming in, going deep there to Kahari Surratt for 47-0. And there's your highlights this week. Bulldogs win. And Shannon, there we go.
That's pretty cool.
All right, so you got you some highlights and fireworks and all kinds of things.
Well, they should tune into the Red Zone, and they can get current highlights of games in progress.
Highlights during the games tonight from 7:30 to 9 tonight. All right, we'll be back just a few moments. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Since 1986, Witherspoon Insurance Agency in Shelby has been serving families across Shelby and Cleveland County. And today, Wayne Witherspoon continues the tradition of bringing you the best insurance at the best possible price. With names like The Hartford, Safeco, Progressive, National General, and Travelers. Drop by the office today at 125 North Lafayette Street in Shelby and talk with one of their friendly hometown agents. Witherspoon Insurance Agency, your independent insurance agency since 1986.
Want to wow guests this holiday season? Learn how in Cleveland Community College's Cooking for the Holidays class. Learn to prepare festive dishes your family and friends will rave about. Want more? Learn the basics of cooking professionally in the 7-week Culinary Academy. Don't delay, register today. Evening classes are available, but seating is limited. Call 704-669-4015 to register or to get more information. This area's Massey Ferguson tractor dealer is NC Tractor and Farm Supply in Rutherfordton. NC Tractor and Farm Supply features a complete parts and service department. In addition to tractors, they have all the implements you need, from hay equipment to plows, discs, drills, scrapes, and more. Plus, they carry Bobcat zero-turn mowers, along with other name brands like Bush Hog, Woods, Land Pride, and more. NC Tractor and Farm Supply in Rutherfordton. Online at nctractorandfarmsupply.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability, Z Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota BX 2380 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Want to wow guests this holiday season? Learn how in Cleveland Community College's Cooking for the Holidays class. Learn to prepare festive dishes your family and friends will rave about. Want more? Learn the basics of cooking professionally in the 7-week Culinary Academy. Don't delay, register today. Evening classes are available, but seating is limited. Call 704-669-4015 to register or to get more information. Barbecue, Brew, and You at Fats Cafe in Shelby. Fresh USDA barbecue cooked over hickory coals from Brookwood Farms in Siler City. Select from their Carolina plate, a half rack of tender baby back ribs, barbecue pulled pork, and barbecue chicken breast, or their brisket and pulled pork plate, or their Brookwood Farms pulled pork plate with Brunswick stew. Yes, it's barbecue, pork, and you at Fats Cafe in Shelby, 1235 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
All right, welcome back to the Witherspoon Insurance of Shelby, North Carolina Prep Football Pregame Show. Shannon, pregame meal today from Green Bethel. 1, C.J. Allen 0. Well, these are highlights time, so I had to get the highlights.
I was on the ride up here. Yeah, he was out.
He was done, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. So what y'all eat tonight?
Fried chicken, green beans, mashed potatoes, pound cake, had brownies, and rolls. Had baked chicken too. That's what I had.
There you go.
Yeah,
Got to watch that cholesterol.
Got to watch your figure.
It's bikini season coming up soon.
I don't want to brag. I don't want people to stumble in their faith. So I just.
Hey, can't be nothing but proud, Shannon.
That's what it is.
All right, let's talk standings, and then we'll talk projections, and then we'll do predictions here in just a little bit. All right. Excuse me. I'm going to need to be close up to that button so I can clear my throat. All right, we've got standings, first of all. We cover teams in Gaston, Cleveland, and Lincoln and Rutherford County, folks. So these are our standings for those schools in the area. And so obviously tonight we've talked about some of the games and matchups earlier. We mentioned them. Let's start in the Western Foothills 2A, where Hendersonville is 4-0. They beat Chase, who are 3-1. And then Polk County, RS Central, Brevard, and Patton. And according to those standings, only Hendersonville and Chase will be getting in. Oh, I said that wrong. I've got Brevard on here too, and Polk County. So they've got all of them except RS Central and Patton in the projected playoffs right now, Shannon. So 4
There's no RS Central
of the 6 teams right now. By the projections, there is no RS Central or Patton in the projections. I don't ask me why. These are not our projections. These are North Carolina High School OT that they do the fuzzy math on that, Dennis, the RPIs and all that.
And tomorrow afternoon you will know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But not until probably 4 o'clock because they usually screw that first one up.
Yeah, and then this week's rivalry week, obviously. So with a lot of these are going to switch and move. Some of these are going to move around, folks, and I'll show you the projections in a minute. We'll go through that whole thing, but we're going to mention which ones are in. Over in the South Fork River 2A, Maiden is 6-0, Bunker Hill 4-1, West Lincoln and Lincoln in both 4-2, Newton at 3-3, Bandy's 1-4, East Burke 0-5, West Caldwell 0-6. In the playoffs, the lowest in that conference is Lincoln in the playoffs. They've got 4 of the 8 teams in that conference in the playoffs, Shannon. So basically you're getting a Brevard team listed there instead of Newton Conover, or is Newton in there? I'm not seeing them listed.
And they've got the same record too.
Right. So and Newton's 3-3 in the conference. So we'll see if that pans out tomorrow. And Brevard's in at 1-3 in the conference. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not sure on that one. So that may be just the overall record for that. So Brevard is on the edge. I don't know if they don't win tonight. They're probably out, don't you think?
Yeah.
And then Newton Conover's got a game tonight, but they're playing Maiden, so that's not good for them. So they're right on the edge there for that. In the Southern Piedmont 1A, 2A, obviously this is where I'm just going to say it this way. They're all in.
Yep.
They're all in. Burns, Shelby, and East Gaston. They got East Gaston a 24 seed right now. We'll go over who they might play with that in a moment. But Thomas Jefferson, Cherryville, Bessemer, Highland Tech, like I mentioned earlier, Dennis, in the 1A with 68 football playing 1A schools. There's only 64 teams in the playoffs. Highland Tech, they're 1-7, 0-4 in the conference. But if you're there up against any other schools that don't have a win, don't their RPI have to be higher just by having Shelby and Burns and East Gaston in their conference? Thomas Jefferson in their conference?
I would think so. But Kevin, we talked earlier.
That's even fuzzier math than what
happened to that? You have to win at least 500.
That went out the window a long time ago.
Yeah.
Gotta sell hot dogs, Dennis. 500 don't sell hot dogs. What you talking about, Will?
Okay.
Western. Well, it's not the Western. We named it the Western Lakes. They came and renamed it something else. I think that's the Western Foothills 3A, and there's a Western Foothills 2A. So Western Foothills 3A, which doesn't confuse us at all. Statesville 6-0, North Lincoln and Hickory 5-1, East Lincoln 4-2, North Iredale 2-4, St. Stephen's 1-4, West Iredale 1-5, and Ford 0-6 in that. The lowest coming from that conference in the projections is Hickory. And so the 3A in East Lincoln, I've got 4 out of that conference. No Iredale or St. Stephen's are 4. So I've got 4 coming out of that conference right now projected. Statesville, North Lincoln, Hickory, and East Lincoln. Who's Statesville play tonight, Shannon? You got your game sheet.
They play.
I might be able to find it. Who can find it first? Oh, Hickory at Statesville.
Yeah, Hickory.
Yeah.
So with Hickory having one loss in the conference, but if they beat Statesville tonight, they can beat them and take the conference, I guess, by that math, right?
Say that again.
Hickory has one loss. If they beat Statesville tonight, they're the conference champion.
About North Lincoln.
I don't know. They lose tonight, they're definitely not. They've got East Lincoln tonight. So we'll figure that on the post-game show, Dennis. We'll have something to talk about with that, figure out who's in first.
We'll have lots to talk
now,
about.
if Statesville just kills Hickory, then we might not have to. Did they play? They didn't play last night, did they? I saw a highlight on Twitter about something. Maybe that's last year or something. But all right, Kings Mountain, Crest, South Point, Forest View, Kramer, Ashbrook, North Gaston, Huss in the Big South. Kramer is in. That's the lowest one at 3-3 in the conference. So 5 teams in the Big South: Kings Mountain, Crest, South Point, Forest View, and Kramer. Right now listed as projected to be in, with Ashbrook, North Gaston, and Huss out right now. And like we mentioned, there's more football playing schools in those in the 2 and 3A. So looking at that, let's go over to the projections now. Where is my button to hit? There we go, folks. How about some projections for you? All right, these are
They did play last night.
They did play last night in Statesville, 29-0. Was that it? Was that right?
34-13 was the final.
All right, so we'll put that on the scoreboard in just a minute. We already know. So Statesville won the conference championship last night with a 34-14. You said
34-13.
34-13. Hickory and Statesville played last night. So, folks, there you go. Breaking news, according to us. All right, these are the 1A, 2A, and 3A projections. We don't do 4A because we don't have any in our area. And so the easiest way to do this for you math wizards at home is add to 33. Can we do that? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just add to 33. That's how you'll know who you're playing. So we'll start off in the 1A. Thomas Jefferson right now listed as a 4 seed. They would be playing the 29 hosting Union Academy. I'm guessing they would just run right through that one, Shannon. Mm-hmm. Now, moving on down that list are other local teams in the area that has Cherryville and Bessemer at 22-23. I'm guessing they will just flip-flop tonight on winner and loser. And that sets up one of them at Swain County, the other one at Robbinsville, if it holds up through the weekend. Highland Tech, sitting there in the 27 seed, will be going to Mountain Island Charter.
Long bus trips for all of them.
That would be a short bus trip.
That's right. You drive.
That's the best one. That's the best one of the night. That's what Highland Tech would be hoping for, actually. If we're going to go get beat by somebody, wouldn't you rather go to Mountain Island than Swain County?
I was thinking of
Cherryville and Bessemer
City.
Oh, God,
they got to go over the mountain.
Well, you were talking about who was that? Was earlier someone said that, talking about going far away for a game. Danny was here. Danny was talking about going up for a Bessemer game in the mountains, and I'm like, yeah, the week before I had to go to, when they had this split up like a few years ago, we had to go down to was it Manio High School? Yeah, Manio. No, not Manio. Whiteville. We had to go to Whiteville. Cherryville and Bessemer, Whiteville, and Whiteville was in the Western playoffs.
Yeah.
Not sure there's
Go figure.
How many 1A schools, Dennis, were between Whiteville and the Ocean?
Well, most of those 1A
It's like an hour
schools.
from the ocean, and it's like, or
Yes!
maybe not, yeah.
We stayed at
30
Myrtle Beach. We stayed at the beach.
Did you?
Most of those
Yeah, we
1A
drove an
schools
hour to the
are
beach.
in the East.
Yeah, exactly. So it was that was a weird matchup for this. All right, over in the 2A, let's go down this. Shelby is the 1 seed right now, and here's my question for you guys. They've got Maiden at the 3. On our power poll, which takes into account who you play, Maiden has a tougher schedule than does Shelby. Shelby obviously plays in a 1A, 2A split. If they both finish undefeated in their conference, how would Shelby be in their RPI ranked ahead of Maiden?
Because Maiden has played more 2A teams, whereas Shelby has had to trounce, the Highland Techs of the world.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't Maiden be the 1 seed as opposed to Shelby with that? Because they played a harder regular season schedule in the RPI.
I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Golden Line here.
I mean, Shelby's played Burns Crest, Kings Mountain, South Point, South
No,
Carolina.
that doesn't count.
No,
I'm only talking about
you're
conference.
just talking about conference.
Right, so you're looking at Shelby's conference and Maiden's conferences, aren't
Well,
you?
you got Burns and East Gaston. Maiden has
Right, and 4 automatic wins.
Yeah. So who does Maiden have in that conference?
You're looking right at it in
I
front
don't know.
of
You
you.
can't see it. I have my glasses on.
And West Lincoln, and
All right, Bunker Hill, West Lincoln. That's it.
I said
You
I
got
said
West
quite a bit
West
more.
Caldwell, East Burke, Bandies. Those are playing games. You won those.
But are all those what I'm saying though, Shannon? All those are better than who Shelby's beat.
Well, I'm just looking at the 2A. I'm not looking at the
Right.
1A. I'm just
So based on your conferences, so Shelby would have 4 1A victories, East Gaston and Burns. Maiden would have 7 2A victories.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Shelby would only have 2 2A victories on the season.
Kevin,
Am I making too much sense?
you're trying to make sense of something the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
I don't mind. I'm just saying, does that not make more sense? Because Shelby's obviously RBI has to be worse and Burns has to be worse because they're
Common
playing.
sense has
And they
nothing
don't-
to do with this.
They don't look at non-conference. They don't look at that at all.
I don't know.
They have to. That would be the
I don't
only.
know.
That would
That'd be the
only reason.
RPI, wouldn't it?
But Reedsville, don't they play what's their? Do they play an all 2A conference? I'm not sure.
They used to. I don't know if they
what
do
they're in now.
Yeah.
That's just my questions as far as how that's weighted. If I was a Maiden fan, I'm sure they will in Reedsville too. Be like, well, how did Shelby get that? And here's the thing: Shelby may be the number 1 seed. They may be the best team, but because of that schedule, you have to. If you are weighting those, I don't know how that doesn't come out that way. All right, so Shelby right now would be hosting North Stanley. Maiden at the 3 seed would be hosting North Forsyth. Hendersonville at 5 would be hosting Mount Pleasant. That's a drive. Then you would have Burns sitting at the 12. Now, Shannon, they've got, is how these go also. Once you go by to the 1s, do they do RBI? Because they've got Burns as a wild card ahead of 2 seeds, Bunker Hill and Chase, Surrey Central, and McMichael.
I don't know.
So Burns at the 12, according to this, would be playing the 21, hosting Pine Lake Prep. Welcome to the 2As, Pine Lake Prep.
Wow.
Bunker Hill at 13 would be hosting Surrey Central. Chase at 14 would be hosting North Surrey. West Lincoln at 15 would be hosting Southwestern Randolph, and Polk County would be going to Forbush, 16 and 17 seed. East Gaston at 24 would be going to Community School of Davidson. Lincoln at 27 at Providence Grove would be the matchups for our local scores in round 1 if those projections hold true.
Oh, Kevin, you were talking about how do you get these things. Look over here in the 1A division at number 28, Albemarle, a number 1 seed, and they're seeded 28th. Why?
And they'll have to go to Murphy. No. Yeah, Murphy.
Dang, Dennis, you did too much reading there. Yeah.
Wow.
And while they got an Albemarle 1 seed at 28, and Highland Tech hadn't won a game, we'll find out tomorrow. Again, Dennis, that might be a conference RPI thing or whoever you're playing, and they got extra points for getting beat by Shelby and Burns. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's weird. All right. So to me, I would just be just as happy, honestly, if you just took them and pulled the 1 seeds out of a hat.
Oh, Kevin.
It don't matter if you're good enough, you win. It don't matter. If you're good
I've
enough,
said
you
that
win.
for years,
Yeah.
and when arguing about these seeds, like, why are we this in basketball or whatever? I'm like, if you're going to win the championship, you're going to win the championship,
You got to beat them all anyway.
right?
Go ahead and do it.
Go ahead, Dennis. I'm sorry I interrupt you.
I was just going to say, Kevin, you look at some of these teams that are way down the list, ranked 28th or 30th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Their joy is just being in the playoffs. They can say, all right, we made the playoffs. We'll do better next year. Basketball season, wrestling season, that's the extent of their joy. The bad part, sometimes they have to drive 3 or 4 hours to get there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not the solution. I don't get paid enough I don't get paid $1 million a year like some folks to do that. All right, 3A, Dennis. Ready for 3A? Right now, it's got the Kings Mountaineers. I wish they would do something about that. In the number 1 seed, hosting North Henderson. That should be a 50-0 game. If they
But
play.
it says projected, and
Right.
everywhere I've seen it says projected based on the outcome of tonight's game. And when we make the predictions, I think Shannon and I may have some things that we agree about that you may want to stay tuned in here, but not if you're from Kings Mountain.
All right, so that would mean, let's see, High Brighton is not. Crest at the 13 seed would host Hickory at the 20. South Point at 14 would host the 19 Oak Grove. Then Shannon, rematch of this week's game, North Lincoln, if they win, would host East Lincoln, and vice versa. In
How
the
do you do
15,
that?
18 seed.
How do you play this week and then you turn around and play the same team next week?
Then Kramer at the 24 would go to High Brighton. Forest View at the 27 would go to Asheville Irwin. And that's it for our local teams. So there's the projected playoffs for this weekend. We'll see. Everything's going to change tonight, obviously. States was already made their claim as the number 1 seed in that conference with a victory already on the regular season. Shannon, in 9 games. How many points you say they gave up tonight? 13?
13.
They gave up
13 last night.
99
Wednesday
points in 9 games.
11 points a game.
That's every game. That's not.
Has Statesville lost a game all year?
No, sir.
No, they're
No, sir.
Why are they not a number 1 seed?
They are they not a number 1?
They're
They are.
projected 1 seed, but
Yeah,
not 1
they got them at
overall.
they got them 8th. That's what I'm saying. Dutton Monroe and States. No, that was Salisbury. Where is Statesville in there? Statesville's 3A. They're in the 3. They got them at the 3 spot right now. I was looking at the 2A. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, it'll be time to start on our predictions on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Since 1986, Witherspoon Insurance Agency in Shelby has been serving families across Shelby and Cleveland County. And today, Wayne Witherspoon continues the tradition of bringing you the best insurance at the best possible price. With names like The Hartford, Safeco, Progressive, National General, and Travelers. Drop by the office today at 125 North Lafayette Street in Shelby and talk with one of their friendly hometown agents. Witherspoon Insurance Agency, your independent insurance agency since 1986. Now open, the all-new BMC Toner Solutions at 410 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. The new BMC Toner Solutions can save you up to 50% off retail on your printer ink cartridges. Extra large inkjets just $14.99 for black and $16.99 for color. Just call 704-862-7333. They're open from 9 to 5 Monday through Thursday, 9 to 2 on Friday, and open every third Saturday from 9 to 2. The new BMC Toner Solutions, now open at 410 East Franklin Boulevard, Gastonia.
You work hard every day to provide for yourself and your family. Why not let someone else help out every now and then? As your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, that's why I'm here, for peace of mind, and to help you to protect what matters most to you in Cleveland County. I'm Bert Kostner. Call me at 704-482-2436 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote, and to learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. Be sure to ask for me, Bert Kostner, 704-482-2436.
Call Bert Kostner, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, today. It's a winter wonderland of savings upstairs at Kurt's Premium Outlet in Eastridge Mall in Gastonia. Ride up the escalator of savings and check out pre-lit Christmas trees starting at $40. Fisher-Price ballerina bikes are $25. Hatchimals are $10. A selection of Christmas ornaments. Buy one, get one free. And Fresh and Beauty dolls are $18.75. At Kurt's Premium Outlet, Eastridge Mall on North New Hope Road in Gastonia. Like them on Facebook too. Want to wow guests this holiday season? Learn how in Cleveland Community College's Cooking for the Holidays class. Learn to prepare festive dishes your family and friends will rave about. Want more? Learn the basics of cooking professionally in the 7-week Culinary Academy. Don't delay, register today. Evening classes are available, but seating is limited. Call 704-669-4015 to register or to get more information.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated number 1 for reliability, Z Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota BX 2380 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Fun has a new address in the Charlotte region. Catawba Two Kings Casino is now open. 24/7 gaming excitement is here in Kings Mountain at 538 Kings Mountain Boulevard with 500 slot machines. Slot some time in your day at Two Kings. Take exit 50585. Regulated by the Catawba Nation Gaming Commission. Must be 21 or over to play. Play responsibly and within your limits. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call the National Council on Problem Gambling at 1-800-522-4700.
If you're ready to make the great escape, do it with the #1 brand on the water. Yamaha Wave Runners are the most premium personal watercraft on the market, with industry-first features and exciting new products like the all-new 2021 BX Series with audio packages, the must-anticipated Superjet, and the new race-ready GP Series. This is Wave Runner country. See one today at Full Throttle Power Sports, located at 100 Indian Walk off I-85 in Laurel.
If you've been thinking about purchasing a storage shed or building, now's the time at Sheila Sheds in Cherryville and Shelby. Sheila Sheds is having a big sale on all Old Hickory buildings. You can save hundreds of dollars and more. Come see their selection. And don't forget about Sheila Sheds for carports, horse barns, garages, and more. Sheila Sheds, 2014 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and 2261 Lincoln Highway, the East in Cherryville. Like them on Facebook too.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Witherspoon Insurance of Shelby, North Carolina Prep Football pregame show live on KTC broadcasted. Tonight, we're going to have 4 games for you. And what we have is, I can't look at that, can I, Shannon?
Nope.
You got all my sheets of paper. West Lincoln is hosting Lincolnton tonight on WLON 1050 AM, 107.5 FM with Logan Baker and Jason Sane, and we're supposed to be sitting outside tonight, Shannon, and we'll see if that works out, if they let us come inside. We don't know. So for the playoffs, we'll probably be going to a Lincoln County team out of conference because none of them will allow us for much in the press boxes to stay warm and dry. So we'll probably be doing away games on WLON next week in the playoffs. Cherryville will be an away game, obviously. Cherryville tonight is at Bessemer City, the Battle of the Belt. I do want to pull a picture of that up. We had Coach Pruitt had some kids today. He has the guys go and wake some of the. Well, they open the car doors for the little kids on game day, over at the elementary schools. So neat little thing they do. I want to pull up the belt here, Shannon and Dennis. This is what they're playing for tonight, over on in Bessemer City. This is the you see one of the players with the belt. I'll zoom in on it. But this is the juniors this morning opening up doors at Cherryville Elementary and Beam Intermediate. Some of the juniors there as well. Now you see the belt. That is a true World Championship Wrestling belt, and that, as you can see, Whoever wins, Dennis, gets to put their helmet logo on the belt. So Cherryville obviously won the last matchup. And let's go back to the last one he had. Oh, where was he? I just lost him. There, where he was. And here's a little bit closer up from Coach Pruitt, some of the guys there with the belt, and they'll have it out on the field tonight. And winner takes all. Now that matchup is, I don't know the exact numbers on it. I know Terry will give it to me in the morning. It's like 35 and 34 and 2.
Yes, close
between the two teams. But Bessemer, Cherryville's won the last 2, I believe. Bessemer won 2 or 3 before that. And of course, there's the Ironman with the belt. All right, it's Power Poll time. Power Poll time. There's this week's Power Poll for the folks watching live online. You can see, and I don't have to surprise you with anything, but the team's out of the poll this week. And I kind of made like a little proposal on this last week, Dennis, to Tom, and is what if we separated just just by our power poll, separated these by the conference. Your top 10 teams are in the conference. Your next teams are in the conference. Then your next team, and then your last 8. So you worry about Cherryville and Bessemer, Dennis, and Shannon. Well, in this conference, it'd be Cherryville, Bessemer, Highland Tech, West Caldwell, Ford, Patton, St. Stephen's, North Gaston.
And just to follow up on your thought a while ago, the Cherryville Bessemer City Series.
Oh, you find it?
Is tied at 34, 34, and 2.
I was close. I thought I said 35, 34, and 2. I think I'm right. Unless Bessemer was up 2 and the last 2 they won tied it, maybe, I guess, or something like that. Say any more like that, Dennis? I don't know. I'm not saying I'm right.
The series began in 1930. It's played every year since 1973 and was even by Cherryville's 43-30 win on April 9th. Remember, we're playing twice this year.
Yeah. So they won. There you go. Yeah. All right. So they did tie it up. So the next conference at 21, Brevard, 22, Bandy's, 23, Jefferson, 24, Central, 25, West Iredale, 26, North Iredale, 27, Ashbrook, 28, East Burke, 29, Huston, 30, Newton, Conover. What about that one, Shannon?
Competitive. Tough. Yeah, I mean, I see where you're going with these conferences. That would be.
They're more competitive than they are 3 good teams and 4 not so, maybe. But these are more. I'd rather see. And if you would go through my roster sizes, I would bet
they're close.
That those are close to that top. Yeah. Just looking at the power poll right there, that you could probably say the top 10 have the 10 biggest roster sizes. South Point and Hickory are right there at it too. Yeah. So just going off that, and I've got those sheets actually in front of me. I could actually even mention that in a second. Top 10 roster sizes according to my research, and of course it could be wrong. East Gaston, Chase, Shelby, North Lincoln, East Lincoln, Mountain Island, Crest, South Point, Ashbrook, Kings Mountain, Burns, West Lincoln. Lowest, Lincoln at 28, Bessemer 29, Jefferson 31, and Huss 32 players on the rosters. All right, power poll time. Last week, we'll tell you it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was Statesville, Kings Mountain, Maiden, Bunker Hill, Chase, East Lincoln, Hendersonville, Shelby, North Lincoln, Crest was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 11 through 15, Hickory, South Point, Burns, West Lincoln, and Forest View. Mountain Island, East Gaston, Polk, Kramer, and Lincoln. So we had a little moving around, a little shaking. Lincoln, after losing, stays at number 20, though, in the power poll. I forgot to update Brevard. They actually have 0 power points. If you Brevard fans are wondering, I didn't change that one. So you should not be in the power poll over those 2. You have 0. Lincoln and 0 power points right now is number 20. At number 19 with 1 power point is East Lincoln. At 18 with
East Gaston.
4. Oh, East Gaston. Yes, sorry for East Lincoln fans. East Gaston, thank you, Shannon. Polk County is number 18 with 4 power points at 5 and 3. Forest View with 6 power points is tied with Kramer and Mountain Island Charter. Mountain Island wins the tiebreaker at 7 and 1 at number 15. Kramer at 16 at 4 and 4, and Forest View 4 and 5 at 17. West Lincoln and Burns are then tied with 11 power points at 13 and 14. Bulldogs win. They got the exact same everything, Shannon. Record.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Points given up. So we had to go to points scored for the tiebreaker. And you've got the standings over there. Look up Bulldogs and West Lincoln points scored. So they both give up 118 on the season. And then but Burns has scored way more.
Yeah, Burns for the entire
West
season,
Lincoln.
333. West Lincoln has scored 167.
So double the points for the Bulldogs. That's why they win the tiebreaker there. Then we got a three-way tie at 10, 11, 12 with Crest, Hickory, and South Point, all with 14 power points. Crest win the tiebreaker because the best record at 6-2. The other two are 6-3. Hickory with a better defense than South Point on the season so far at 129 on the season, and South Point's given up 155, so that's 10, 11, 12. Shelby at number 9. Now, the people are wondering, well, I think Shelby's number 1. They might be the best team. But according to this, and the way we do this, folks, you get points based on victories, strength of victory. It's strength of victory and defense and record. That's what we're doing here. So when you have 4 1A victories, Shannon, now then your loss, you didn't lose any points because that's a 4A school. So you didn't lose any points.
Right.
So but in those 5 games, you've got a grand total of 4 power points in the poll.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Now, once the playoffs start, teams start losing. If you keep winning, the team, once you lose, you drop out of the poll and you stay in. So just wait a few weeks, 2 weeks. Shelby, you may be in that top 5 and then move your own way up if you keep winning, of course. So plenty of time to move up. Don't worry about that. So Shelby's sitting at 9 at 8-1. They just don't have the points to win. Now what does worry me a little bit, Shannon? They've given up 161 points in 9 games, and a lot. And we've had our state championships teams, Dennis, over the years, usually average right at 100 or less in the regular season. Now we've got some teams that are doing that: Statesville, Maiden, East Lincoln, North Lincoln, all under 100 right now. But Shelby has given up 161
now,
in 9 games.
50-something was against one team,
right?
too. Yeah.
So that's still 8 to 100. So you're right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying they're not bad, but I'm not saying this isn't the most dominant Shelby defense we've seen. It's good. They're good. Well, I'm just saying this isn't. We're shutting you out tonight. Type Jack Hollyfield in those games when they went down. You saw what Salisbury get 7 in the state championship, something like that.
Minus 30-something yards.
Yeah, that was bad. that was just domination. And I think Crest one year didn't we have Dennis? They only gave up like 70-something points in it, or 80 or something. It was really low.
Yeah. One thing about Crest, I point out too, you'll notice that all these teams have 9 games so far. Crest only has 8.
Right.
And that's because of the COVID and cancellations, the Pisgah game that was supposed to be a substitute for another game.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see that they're 1 short.
Mm-hmm.
And that may affect how that Kings Mountain being ahead of them in the seeding would go.
Well, it's right. I don't know. Like we said, we don't know how if they take in the out of conference at all, and I don't know, or I didn't think they did. And like I said, I could be wrong. I didn't think they did, but could be wrong. All right, 16 points at 7 and 8 is Hendersonville and North Lincoln. Hendersonville gets the tiebreaker, 7-1 against 7-2 record. Chase then is tied with Bunker Hill. 17 power points, both 8-1. Bunker Hill with a better defense on the season, so Bunker Hill gets the 5 seed. East Lincoln then at 4 with 18 power points, 7-2 on the season. They got 2 losses, but their victories, they've beat all kinds of 3A and 4A competition to get to there. Maiden at 9-0 with 20 power points on the season is your number 3 team. They've given up the least number of points on the season of anybody in the power poll at 67 points, guys, in 9 games. The Blue Devils might make some noise here in the 2A. Then Kings Mountain sitting in the 2 spot. They've got 22 power points. They've lost 1 game, and they'll play Crest tonight. They're in the 2 spot. And then number 1 at 8-0, Statesville Greyhounds. And they've already got 3 more points tonight. So they're at 28 points now total because they beat Hickory. Hickory's already dropped down. So Hickory will have 13 points going into next week. And Statesville, 28 points, 9-0 on the season, and give up 89 points in 9 games.
Out of the 4 teams that East Lincoln's play with a losing record in their conference, they've won 4 games. Those 4 teams have total. If you go over to the conference with Shelby and Burns, East Gaston, the 4 bottom teams have won 4 games total. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, East Lincoln too high, brother.
And that's what I'm asking. Would you rather have
East Lincoln's too high?
Would you rather have the teams in a competitive conference? Now, as far as you thinking East Lincoln's too high, again, that's your opinion. Now, as far as the points go and the standings go, no. Now, what they have, Shannon, is they've got a quarterback back. Their defense has given up 83 points, and since you brought them up, I will bring them. I think they are a dangerous team in the 3A to where they may beat a team that you might not think about, like Kings Mountain, or face Crest in the first round that you're not normally facing an East Lincoln matchup.
Yeah.
And this quarterback missed the first few weeks, including the 2 losses. And I'm gonna pull them. I'm gonna pull. It's Mizell's his name, but I wanted to pull up their schedule because I know they only got beat.
They got beat by Bunker Hill and Statesville, and that's when he was out for both.
They got beat by 1 point by Hickory,
whoever it was,
and they got beat by 17 by Statesville, 23-6.
Teams are not the same this week as they were previously, and a lot of that is due to injuries. Crest is on their what would be 4th-string quarterback, a freshman now. The starting quarterback is still out from last spring.
I think he's back tonight. I think he's playing tonight. That's what I heard. I don't know.
I
don't know. Somebody told me that.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Our reporting, breaking news.
I heard that at the water cooler.
We think we heard.
rumors. Anyway, but I'm looking here at a situation like Maiden. You know, everybody's blowing the horn for Shelby because they've played some tough competition.
In the past, right?
They always do. But there's Maiden. And Maiden and Shelby, it's one of the things, I ain't afraid of you. We played before. We'll play again.
I still think teams like that, and I know we got other things to talk about, but teams like that, like a Maiden, you know, have they faced adversity yet? You know, have they been behind in the game? Have they?
Yeah.
You know, that's going to come to play. That's going to come to surface in the playoffs. How are they going to react or respond? You know, are they going to fold ship and get upset like they did last year in the playoffs? Or 2 years ago, got beaten in the first round by Fred T. Ford.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, look at Kings Mountain.
Yeah.
We can talk about Kings Mountain. Their team that they had last year or the year before, but the team that goes into the playoffs is the team they've got right now. And there again, you got injuries in different positions, and they don't have the weapons at some places. And they've sort of gotten by a little bit on reputation, if you will. If you line up the players on an individual basis, and you take every Kings Mountain player, and you grade them as if you were a college scout, and you take every Quest player, and you grade them as if you were a college scout. Sure, both teams have some guys that are just filling spaces. But the guys, I think, on the Crest team that the college scout would look at are much more explosive and dynamic than those same guys on the Kings Mountain team. Will that show up in the game? Or will it be that, like the Braves are playing, we're one for all and all for one, we're a team?
Yeah. All right. East beat High Brighton 39-7, beat Forest View. Mizell out 14-8. They lost to, again, remember, 1 to Hickory by 1 point, and then 1 to Statesville by 17. And then the next 4 games, guys, they've won by 188-6.
But who have they played?
They're a little hot.
And that's your bottom 4.
They played them all right in a row. They're a little hot. Yeah. All right, Shannon, looking over at your top 10.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Let's do Shannon's top 10 of the night. Now, this is Shannon's opinion strictly. Remember, the folks watching at home, the top 15 you're looking at is our What's Up Shopper Power Poll in that order. And then now is Shannon's, but depending on how you feel about Shannon, good or bad opinions.
Well, it's like in
this is belly button poll.
It's like in the Supreme Court. We have a dissenting opinion.
All right. Yes. Shannon, number 10.
Number 10, West Lincoln Rebels.
West Lincoln in our poll, they are number 14. All right, Shannon, number 9.
East Lincoln Mustangs.
East Lincoln in our poll, they are number 4. We just talked about them.
Yep. Number 8, Chase Trojans.
Chase Trojans at number 8 for Shannon. Number 7,
Kings Mountain Mountaineers.
Kings Mountain Mountaineers. All the way at 7. We've got them at 2 in the power poll with 22 points.
Yep. No, wait a minute. Took it back. Throw them off here. They're not 7. Burns is 7.
Burns is 7.
Sorry.
Let's grab the Bulldog.
Different list. Burns is 7. Kings Mountain 6.
Kings Mountain is 6. So Shannon's got Burns 7, Kings Mountain 6.
All right, number 3.
Now Burns in our power poll is 13, Kings Mountain 2.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yep. Where we at? Number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Maiden Blue Devils.
The Maiden Blue Devils. In ours, they're number 3. Shannon's got them at 5.
Yep. Number 4, the Crest Chargers.
Number 4, the Crest Chargers, according to Shannon. In ours, they move up from number 10.
Now, this 2 and 3 is a tie, but I mean, I don't know.
What?
Put that. That's what, well, it's my poll.
Touche.
Yeah. Well, you got offensive scoring capability, so I'm looking at number 3. Got Hendersonville. Number 2, we got Shelby.
All right, we'll go with that. About ready for a break there, Calvin.
Number 1, States.
And number 1, the Statesville Greyhounds.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, we'll do our predictions and tell you where all the games are tonight on ktcbroadcasting.com.
Since 1986, Witherspoon Insurance Agency in Shelby has been serving families across Shelby and Cleveland County. And today, Wayne Witherspoon continues the tradition of bringing you the best insurance at the best possible price. With names like The Hartford, Safeco, Progressive, National General, and Travelers. Drop by the office today at 125 North Lafayette Street in Shelby and talk with one of their friendly hometown agents. Witherspoon Insurance Agency, your independent insurance agency since 1986.
It's Jeep Adventure Days at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby. During Jeep Adventure Days, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on select new 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee models when financed through Chrysler Capital. Come on in to Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for all the details. Jeep Adventure Days, going on now at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located at 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Save $20 on select automotive services when you mention this radio ad at Butler's Tire and Auto in Kings Mountain. Come in now for all the details and save $20 on your next service job. Butler's Tire and Auto in Kings Mountain has been serving this area for over 25 years, from an oil change to transmissions to a tune-up. New tires too, and they are a North Carolina inspection station. See the new Butler's Tire and Auto, 404 East King Street in Kings Mountain, right across from KFC. Again, mention this ad, and you could save $20 on your next service.
Huzzah! Escape to the Renaissance Festival, Saturdays and Sundays. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments. Eat, drink, be merry at the Renaissance Festival. Presented by Pepsi. Discount tickets at Hedis Teeter stores or print your own online at renfestinfo.com.
Mention the Renaissance Festival and receive discount hotel accommodations at Hampton Inn and Suites, Huntersville and Lake Norman. Huzzah!
What do they have at Fins and Critters in Shelby? Well, I just don't have enough time to tell you. To get an idea, visit the Facebook page. But better yet, go see for yourself. Fins and Critters is located at 1008 Gant Street, right off Highway 74 East in Shelby. All kinds of fish and other critters, including lizards, snakes, baby bunnies, mice, guinea pigs, birds, and more. Check them out. All kinds of tanks and setup kits. And, of course, feed for your pets. That's Fins and Critters. Call 704-484-0600. See them at 1008 Gant Street off Highway 74 East in Shelby, and like them on Facebook, too. Do you want to save on your insurance costs? Well, of course you do. See Beard Insurance Agency in Gastonia. Beard Insurance Agency provides quality coverage, competitive prices, and proven customer service to meet the needs of individual clients. From auto to home, from motorcycle to RV to life and health, even flood, watercraft, and boat insurance. Drop by their office at 1312 West Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Call 704-861-9077 or visit them online at beardagency.com. Beard Insurance Agency, saving you more. Beard Insurance Agency is now hiring licensed insurance agents.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. It's time for predictions, but first, I've got a special announcement for the Burns folks. Look at this, Shannon. You've seen this.
Yep.
Meet Odie, the Burns' new live mascot, son of the not Georgia Bulldogs, Gardner-Webb Bulldog, right? What's the Gardner-Webb Bulldog's name? Do you know?
No. Gosh.
That's Georgia.
They put it on Twitter.
I know. You're the Gardner-Webb man. I went straight to you for this information. I thought you knew.
Not Homer. What's the dog's name?
Not
Humper?
Homer.
No, not
Humper.
Thumper.
Shannon will find out in a minute. Well, this is Odie, Burns' new live mascot. You know this fella here holding him, Shannon?
No, I don't even know who it is.
But that's the Bulldogs' new. Got him a new live mascot, cute little bulldog.
Well, I saw
things are
Ron Green was
expensive, too.
holding him earlier.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. All right, let's do some predictions. Predictions. Let me get my scoreboard up for the folks at home so you know where we're going. Let's do some bad predictions for the folks at home. Bo.
Terry Grayson sent me the text. He said the dog's name is Bo.
Is it spelled B-O?
B-O.
Or B-E-A-U?
No, we're not high rent.
We're not high rent.
B-E-A-U.
We're not French.
I don't know. All right, here we go. Let's do some predictions. All right, you guys got y'all sheet over there.
Yep.
And I don't have a copy of that. So I'm going to go through the ones that I know off the top of my head. I can kind of look over and see. Let's go first. I know that it's only one game out of this conference. Lake Norman Charter at Mountain Island Raptors. And we are kind of running a little behind. So quickly, Shannon.
Lake Norman Charter, Mountain Island wins 35-14.
No game, no dice. Dennis, thought on that one?
Mountain Island Charter.
All right. Next up, we will have Community School of Davidson at Pine Lake Prep. Is that on that one or is that in the bottom part? That's probably in the bottom part, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Carolina Bearcats at Thomas Jefferson tonight, Shannon.
Hold on, man. Go ahead, Dennis. You got that one first.
Oh, okay.
This is one of those.
I'm taking Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find it on here somewhere.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I think Highland Tech beat the Bearcats last week or the week before.
Yeah, Bearcats, they're a home school. That's a home
or
community or home-based school. Yeah.
Knowing Thomas Jefferson and they're getting ready for the playoffs, I would say it would be 48-12.
Yeah, I got 49-7.
Oh, wait. You copied my...
Yeah, I've been looking on your sheet.
All right, let's go with Polk County. Do y'all have Patton and Hendersonville on the top part?
I don't know.
Patton and who?
Yes.
All right, let's start there, and then I'll go up from there. Patton and Hendersonville tonight. How many points does Hendersonville win by, Shannon?
They're going to win by 56. 63-7.
Feel the same way, Dennis?
I feel like that Hendersonville will win. They like to run the score up a little bit, so I'm going to go 57-7.
Polk County Wolverines at the Brevard Blue Devils.
Let me find my sheet. Y'all going too fast here. Polk County at Brevard. This is actually going to be a pretty good game if I can find it. Who are they playing?
Polk County at Brevard. Dennis, who you got in this game?
I'm taking Polk County with Coach Ollis. Brevard has not done that well this year. I'm going to go with Polk County, and I'm going to go with 28-12.
Yeah, that Polk County win. It'll be close. I got it 28-24. This is for third place in that conference, too. So,
all right. East Burke at West Caldwell. East Burke, where did I lose it? They're 1-6. West Caldwell 0-8.
Mm-hmm. East Burke 12. West Caldwell 6. Low scoring.
Simple
basketball
enough.
score. Basketball season now.
Dennis?
14-10. East Burke.
East Burke at West Caldwell. Dennis goes with.
Wait a minute. Hendersonville beat Patton 70-20 on Wednesday.
Well, there you go.
I should have known that. I'd have said that score. Eddie Taylor told me.
I'll update that right there. Thank you, Eddie, for that one. So Hendersonville beat Patton. What'd you say?
He says 70-20.
70-20.
Yeah.
So that's an easy update for the folks watching at home on their scoreboard. We had Newton Conover at Maiden. Do Newton Conover take a chink out of the Blue Devils? This is the two Devils, red versus blue.
No, Maiden's Ethan Rhodes and Ben Gibbs. Those are their two, quarterback and running back. Maiden wins 42-7. They're hitting their stride for the playoffs.
Maiden wins 56-12.
Bunker Hill at Bandy's. Bandy's struggling this year. Bunker Hill's been hot. Bears continue their hot ways. Yep. Mr. Allen.
Carson Elder for Bunker Hill to over 200 yards tonight, or go for over 200. Bunker Hill 35, Bandy's 14.
Dennis?
Bunker Hill, and Bunker Hill's going to win 28-21.
All right. Next up is Lincoln at West Lincoln. Lincoln and Wolves 4-5 overall. West Lincoln 7-2. Shannon.
Well, this is going to be the game. I mean, this is going to be a big game. Again, the year nobody would thought this would be a no-brainer. West Lincoln would win at home, but Lincoln's found their stride, found their swagger a little bit. West Lincoln, it's going to be a low-scoring game. They have a good defense. They're not going to let you score many points, but they don't score many as well. So I think West Lincoln will win at home. I've got it 21-20. It'll be a close ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
is that your first kicker misses a kick of the night? All right, Dennis.
It's raining.
I agree with Shannon. The score's a little bit different. I've got it 14 for Lincoln and 21 for West Lincoln.
All right, both of them going with the Rebels at home tonight. East Gaston at Highland Tech.
Oh my gosh, this is over now. East Gaston. Justin Hill and Markel McKinney, those are two big bruising running backs for East Gaston. Trenton Shell, their quarterback. They're going to be a hard team to handle in the playoffs. East Gaston wins easily 56-7.
Did we play the Shelby highlights earlier? I skipped them, didn't I? Because I don't remember talking about Justin Hill, that the running back for East Gaston. We'll play that to end the show, folks. He's got some wheels. All right, Shannon.
Big too. Yeah, he's pretty big. Go ahead, Dennis. I got that one.
East Gaston in that one. Highland Tech, I'm trying to figure out how little they can score. Would it be 3 or be 7? I think I'm going to go with 3.
All right, we'll come back to that 2A matchup in a minute. Well, let's run through the 3A real quick. Forest View at Kramer.
Let me get my
Forest View is I lost it. 4-5. Kramer 5-4. Both 3-3 in the conference. They're fighting here in the bottom of the playoff brackets for positioning.
Yeah, the winner have one game lead in the standings too. I think for fourth place. This may not get them in, but you never know. Forest View at home, Kramer playing at home is very tough. Justin Rockamore, their quarterback, Dennis, he's legit. I think they're going to win at home 28-17 over Forest View.
Well, I like Rockamore.
Yeah.
But he hadn't got a lot of help on that team. I'm going with Forest View, which is more overall balanced in that one, and I'm going to go 21-14.
Okay, so our next game is going to be, let me find it on the sheet. North Gaston will be at South Point. This is one of the games that will be over early. South Point's running back Tyson Riley should have a big game tonight. He's averaging 176 yards on the per game. North Gaston is only scoring 14 points per game. And so South Point will roll in this one. I got it 49-7.
Well, we're close. I've got South Point winning 48-14.
Okay. All right. St. Stephen's will be coming down to Fred T. Ford. And what do you think about this one, Dennis?
Well, I think St. Stephen's, this is a who cares game.
Yeah, I mean, it really is, yeah.
And so I think St. Stephen's is going to edge this one out 14-7 St. Stephen's.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm taking Ford at home. I mean, I'm giving them a 3-point win. The field goal, the kicker's going to do it for them. Ford 10, St. Stephen's 7. That'll pick up Ford's first win of the season. Next game is we're going to talk about that one, Hickory. Have we talked about that one, Hickory and Statesville?
Well, ain't no point now. Statesville won 34-13.
I was going to give you my score, man.
What was your prediction?
Statesville will win that one 34-13.
What you got, Dennis? All right.
34-13, Statesville.
Yeah, he stole mine.
All right, Dennis. Shannon, what else you got? Where did y'all stop at?
We're at West Iredale.
Y'all finished the 3As there on your list there for me.
Yeah, so West Iredale, North Iredale. West Iredale 1-6, North Iredale 2-6. I got North Iredale winning 35-7.
You have North Iredale.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm going to gamble here. I'm going to go with the.
It's not a hard choice.
West Iredale.
North Iredale is averaging 7 points a game. West Iredale is averaging 3 points a game.
Yeah, but this is their big night. They've been
Turn it on,
saving up all season.
Double up, get 14-6.
Turn it on, 35.
Did you say 35 for somebody?
Absolutely.
They don't have that many all year. West Iredale don't. They've got 23. North's got 56 on the season.
They get 35 more tonight.
Tonight's the night. All right. Next up, Ashbrook and Huss. Is that right?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Whichever we want to do. Ashbrook and Huss, and there's not much to say about this one. Both teams are rebuilding. Ashbrook comes in 1-6. Huss is 0-7. And, I'm going to pick Huss. I like the way they played last week, their attitude on the sidelines with their coaches. They're trying to build something there. I'm going to say Huss wins this one 21-7.
Well, I'm going with Ashbrook, Shannon. And it's not going to be a high-scoring game. But Ashbrook pulls it out 16-14.
Okay.
Between the two teams, they have one victory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If that's the case, are they even allowed to bring the bell out tonight?
Yeah, that's right. They play for the bell.
Is that even allowed to be brought out?
I'd wait till basketball.
Wait till basketball for the first matchup for that. Give it to the winner here at basketball. All right, Shannon, East Lincoln and North Lincoln.
All right, East Lincoln, this is going to be an incredible ball game. East Lincoln comes in. We mentioned him, Tyler Mizell. And they also have running back Orlandis Howell Johnson. He's averaging 74 yards a game. North Lincoln, Brennan Rogers, as he goes, they go. They average around 35 points per game, does North Lincoln. And right now, North Lincoln sits at the number 2 spot. The win would secure that spot. If East Lincoln wins, both teams would be tied in conference play at 5-2. But I like East Lincoln because Mizell is playing. I think it's going to be a close game. I got it 28-27. Go for 2 and miss it at the end.
All right. Well, I'm going with East Lincoln as well. I give them a little bit more advantage. East Lincoln 34, North Lincoln 28.
All right. Then we've got Crest at Kings Mountain tonight. Crest, where did my stuff go? Oh, I done lost my stats. Go ahead, then. I'll let y'all guys go on that. Go ahead.
As previously stated here, if you were a college scout and you were scouting these two teams for individuals to add to your roster, Kings Mountain has some fine talent. Crest has some obviously fine talent, as Wake Forest and some other schools. I don't know about Adams. Why has he not got any scholarship offers yet? They think he's going to play basketball or something. But across the line, I think that the Crest players are more explosive and dynamic, as if you look at the plays, the way they've scored, the way they've gotten there, and their defense is not really that bad. They've got a couple of studs on the line. They've got some guys that are intercepting the ball, returning it for touchdowns. I'm going with the, quote, upset tonight. I'm a homer. I'm going with the Crest Chargers in this one, and I'm going 34-30 over Kings Mountain.
Yeah, Crest are averaging 36 a game, giving up 19. Kings Mountain's averaging 32 points a game. They're giving up 12, so they're almost even on that regard. But you mentioned him, Dennis. The key to this game is going to be one player, and that's Maury Adams. If Kings Mountain can stop him, they give themselves a great chance to win this ball game. But if they can't stop him, Crest is going to roll. If Adams has a great game, Crest is very hard to beat. And we saw it in the Shelby game. They were down big. Adams had a big run, and Crest came back, and it was within one touchdown of tying that ball game up. And we actually had the ball going in when they gave it, or I think it was a turnover. So, but I think Adam, and we talked about this as well. Crest is more explosive. They have the big playmakers at receivers. They've been able to do it all year. Kings Mountain, again, not that explosive team they had in the past couple of years, but they're consistently winning. So it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to go with I have to go with the Chargers in this one because it's just I've seen them play this year. I've seen them they're getting better every week, and I think Crest is going to win this one. I got it 24-21 over Kings Mountain.
Close.
It's going to be a close game, and it could go either way.
I wrote down before you start talking, Shannon, 24-21. One of the teams.
One of the teams.
Just by the little math you did there, I think you did the same math I did. So feeling that way. All right, over in the 1A tonight. No, let's stay in Cleveland County tonight. Finish that off, and we'll finish up with the belt. Burns Bulldogs at Shelby tonight. That's on WHS 1390 AM, 101.5 FM, and of course KDCBroadcasting.com with Tom and Brent. We do have Twitter coverage of that Kings Mountain Crest game, folks. We'll have Twitter coverage of that with Robbie Root, but of course Burns and Shelby on the radio.
Too bad we couldn't bring you that on the radio.
It'd be nice to bring them all like we used to.
Oh, yeah.
Shannon,
So
who you got?
This game's for the conference title. This will be the first game in a long time, probably in about a month, that each team has faced an athletic opponent. Burns led by quarterback Ben Mooney, and I'm not taking nothing away from those other teams they play, but as far as an overall athletic team, both teams are facing that. So Burns at quarterbacks Ben Mooney, Ryan Thompson, and L.J. Allen are his main targets. Shelby's Dalen Lee. He has 4 great receivers who are very fast, and Jakeith Hamilton, Demetrius Thompson, Isaiah Bridges, and Luke Williams. And Burns is averaging 37 a game. Shelby's averaging 49. Burns giving up 13. Shelby's giving up 18. So it's a pretty close there. Shelby giving a little bit more. Now, I didn't mention the running backs because that's been the problem for both teams this year. They cannot establish the running game like they've had in the past. For Burns, Jeremiah Norris. For Shelby, it's Bryson Key. So which team can control that line of scrimmage is going to be the factor. I like Shelby at home in this one because of they just seem to be everything's starting to click now. And again, if Burns wins this one, I mean it could be a close game. But I think Shelby wins. I'm gonna say Shelby 35, Burns 21 in this one. What? Is that what you put down?
Yes. Look, 35-21.
Okay.
Because that's what I told Danny Aker earlier. He just asked me earlier.
Okay.
I was like, top of my head, this is what I got. Sorry. All right, Dennis.
Well, for you Burns folks, one of my former players is coaching at Burns now, Butch Packard, distant relative as well. But Shannon, I think you shucked it on down to the corn, as we say. Mm-hmm. Steve DeGree will be most happy when he calls in after the game tonight because he's going to tell me about what a good job his big hogs did up front.
Is he the difference in the game tonight?
Actually, I was at the New Way Laundry today, and this gentleman stopped me on the way out, and he said, "You're that guy on the radio, aren't you?" I said, "Steve DeGree."
Hey, but now Burns JVs did win last night, 32-30. So
yeah, but that was last night, and it was the JVs. Tonight, the men are playing, and the men up front for Shelby are going to control the line of scrimmage, and therefore they're going to control the running game. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, Shelby's defense ain't bad.
No, that front seven's pretty good.
And they can. I mean, I like Ben Mooney. He's a nice guy, distant relative too. But the thing comes down to the fact that I think Shelby has a better overall defense. They have some backs that can intercept the ball and return it. Yeah. They can score quick. Burns, I don't think, is quite as, like we said about Kings Mountain and Crest, I don't think their athletes are quite at the level of the Shelby athletes, and that's no knock on Burns. You got to play with what you got. Yeah. This is high school. It's not pros. You can't go recruit.
Shelby's just got more. I mean, they've got more athletic, like receivers versus DBs for Burns.
More experience, more linemen, more substitutes. You don't see a lot of Shelby guys going both ways.
Right.
It's a county rivalry, first place. The winner gets second place. Shelby, 42. Burns, 21.
All right. That leaves us with Cherryville and Bessemer City tonight. 34-2 is the all-time matchup. Both teams are 2-7 on the year. Both teams are 1-4 in the conference. Cherryville has scored 168 in 9 games. Bessemer scored 134 in 9 games. Cherryville's give up 307. Bessemer 300. So it's about as even as you can get. Now, the offenses, though, are different. Bessemer is going to run the old red bone option, Georgia Tech, with their quarterback, who may be the biggest quarterback around. He's bigger than most teams' linemen. And he's a hoss to bring down, Jameer Holmes, big old kid. And he's going to be tough for talking to Danny earlier. He's going to be tough for Cherryville to tackle and bring down. Now, Cherryville throws the ball around a little bit better than Bessemer does. Their quarterback, Chase Miller, throws the ball well. Landon Hahn can fly. I expect a high score. I told him you might have an overtime game in the 40s tonight, Danny. Shannon, how do you read that?
I think it's going to be an overtime game. Yeah, the Battle of the Belt. These teams normally play twice a season, at the beginning and at the end. This rivalry means a lot to these two communities. Bessemer City, you mentioned about Jameer Holmes, also running back Justice Cooper. They're averaging 15, giving up 33. And the Cherryville's averaging 19, giving up 34. So now I haven't seen Bessemer, Dennis. I haven't seen them play in person, but I've seen Cherryville play. I like what Pruitt's doing and has put together over there. But I think the key to this game is Jameer Holmes, and I think he's going to do it for Bessemer City. And I think Bessemer wins in overtime, 28-27.
Ooh, okay. I predict that one of the schools that Kevin played for will win.
There you go. There you go. Nailed it.
Safe pick.
Nailed it. Like I said, it could go. This one I think go either way. The Bessemer's got to not get beat by dumb passes. Bessemer's biggest thing is turnovers in that option. They'll put the ball on the ground 3 or 4 times, and you can't. That's their issue on offense.
Oh, by the way, Coach Pruitt, you're going to win tonight, but it will be close.
All right, so let's do those Shelby highlights real quick. That'll take about a minute or two as we finish up the show here. I forgot to go over these earlier in the night. So, Dennis, hit the computer button there for me. Shannon's got to go, and I'll take care of the highlights here and finish up the show. Sorry, Shannon, forgot about that, didn't you? All right, Shelby and East Gaston last week. 62-28 was the final. This is the first play. Santana Hopper blocks the punt. Wait, the first play. This is the first score. And Malachi Hamrick picks it up. So App State blocks it. Tar Heel walks it in. Then Lee goes to Hamilton in the corner for a 14-yard pass. I guess you folks at home want to watch it, don't you? Let's get you over here. Dennis, I know they want to watch it.
No comment.
Then Dalen Lee finds, I think it was Williams in the back of the end zone. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, folks. Messed this up on that. East Gas. Now, this is Justin Hill. This is the running back we're talking about, Dennis. Watch this kid outrun Shelby.
Not many people can say that.
No. Then they went up 34-7 on a pass deep down the right side. I don't have the name of the receiver on that one, so we didn't get that. This is a pick 6 for Shelby. Tried to run a little hitch around on the outside to East Gas. Their quarterback's pretty good, too. Their quarterback and running back can play with anybody around here.
This is what I was talking about earlier with the Burns. I think that Shelby has more athletes in key positions.
All right, this is Justin Hill again. Watch this one. Watch him leave the Shelby defense on this one. Gone, this kid. Had 2 rushes, had 140, 50-something yards, Dennis. He's just a good running back. And East Gaston scored again here on a handoff right side. It wasn't him, but and then they got a return. Isaiah Bridges kickoff return. For I don't even have how many yards, but he was gone. That made it 62-28. So there's the highlights for Shelby and East Gaston from last week, folks. We like to go over and do our highlights. Remember, the Red Zone show coming up at 7:30. You can catch those highlights during the Red Zone show. We'll have live highlights tonight. We'll have highlights for the Burns and Shelby game. We'll have highlights of Cherryville and Bessemer. We'll have highlights of RS Central and Chase, and Crest and Kings Mountain highlights tonight. So thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight, and we're gonna step on out of here in just a few minutes and let Calvin send it out to the ball fields for everybody at home and in Shelbytown and everyone else. But we're gonna call tonight, Dennis, and we'll see you and me are coming back on Red Zone at 7:30.
Yep.
And at 10 for the post game show, folks. So tune in on YouTube for all of that here on 7:30 and 10. And then, of course, we've got 4 games coming up live, KDC Broadcasting. You ready, Calvin? All right, we'll send it out to the fields on here tonight, KDCBroadcasting.com.
The game plays right here.
Are you ready for some football?
Your sports leader, WOHS Shelby, WLO in Lincoln, and WCSL Cherryville Gastonia.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to NASCAR Racing right here on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Listen to Atlanta Braves baseball on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM in Cherryville and online at KTCBroadcasting.com. Watch and listen to the Shock Jock Sports Podcast on Facebook Live